In a quiet village surrounded by lush forests and golden fields, there lived a farmer who had everything, but he wanted more. He loved to show off his wealth, his land, and his power. But one day, his pride led him into a challenge he could never win. Long ago, in a peaceful village, there was a rich farmer named Raghav. He owned the largest fields, the strongest bulls, and the biggest house in the village. But despite having everything, his greatest desire was not success. It was admiration. Every morning, Raghav would walk through the village wearing expensive clothes and heavy gold ornaments. He made sure that everyone noticed him. "Look at my farm. Look at my wealth," he would say. "No one in this village is greater than me." The villagers respected him, but they also whispered behind his back. They knew that true greatness is not in showing off, but in actions. One day, a wise old elephant named Bhanu wandered into the village from the nearby forest. He was known for his strength, intelligence, and kindness. The villagers admired him and often fed him fruits. Seeing this, Raghav became jealous. "Why do they admire this animal more than me?" he thought. "I must prove that I am greater than even this mighty elephant." And so, Raghav came up with a foolish challenge. One morning, standing in the village square, Raghav declared loudly, "I will prove my strength today. Let's see who is stronger, this elephant or me." The villagers gasped. Competing against Bhanu, the wise and gentle elephant, was absurd. But Raghav's pride blinded him. He arranged 3 tests. 1, a test of strength, who could pull the heaviest load. 2, a test of endurance, who could walk the farthest carrying weight. 3, a test of intelligence, who could solve a difficult problem. The villagers gathered, eager to watch. The test of strength. For the first challenge, Raghav ordered his workers to tie 10 heavy sacks of grain onto a wooden cart. The challenge was to pull the cart across the village. Raghav stepped forward first. He boasted loudly, flexed his muscles, and tied a thick rope around his waist. "Watch and learn!" he shouted. He pulled with all his might. His face turned red, sweat dripped down his forehead, and his legs trembled. But the cart barely moved. He gasped for breath, embarrassed. Then came Bhanu, the elephant. With a simple tug of his trunk, he pulled the cart effortlessly. The villagers cheered. Raghav, humiliated, clenched his fists. "The next challenge will prove my worth." The second challenge was about walking the farthest while carrying weight. Raghav loaded a sack of rice on his shoulders. He took confident steps at first, but soon his knees wobbled. After just a few minutes, he fell, panting. Then Bhanu stepped forward. The villagers placed 2 sacks on his back. With calm and steady steps, the elephant walked not just across the village, but all the way to the fields and back. The villagers clapped and laughed. Raghav, now red with anger, muttered, "Wait till the last challenge." The final test was a challenge of wisdom. An old village elder stepped forward and said, "Here is a puzzle. In the forest, a river runs deep. A tiger, a goat, and a bundle of grass need to cross it. The boat can only carry one at a time. If the tiger and the goat are left alone, the tiger will eat the goat. If the goat and the grass are left alone, the goat will eat the grass. How will you take them across safely?" Raghav scratched his head. "This is nonsense. Why should I think like a fool?" he scoffed. Then Bhanu, the wise elephant, used his trunk to draw the solution in the dirt. "Take the goat first. 2, return alone. 3, take the tiger across. Bring the goat back. 5, take the grass across. 6, return alone and finally bring the goat." The villagers applauded his cleverness. Raghav's ego shattered. He had lost not only in strength and endurance, but also in wisdom. Raghav, exhausted and humiliated, sat down. His fine clothes were covered in dust. His gold ornaments felt heavier than ever. Bhanu, the elephant, walked up to him and gently placed his trunk on Raghav's shoulder. "True strength is not in showing off, but in knowing when to be humble," Bhanu said softly. The villagers nodded in agreement. From that day on, Raghav changed. He stopped boasting about his wealth and started helping the villagers instead. He learned that respect is earned not by talking, but by doing. And as for Bhanu, he remained the village's most beloved and wise protector. Moral of the story: showing off might get you attention, But true greatness is proven through actions.